Norman, are you there?
Yeah, why don't you come clean, John? Why don't you come clean? What's your arrangement with Qantas now?
I don't have any arrangement with Qantas.
Oh, yeah, what about your free flights? You know what, it's not the pork that you're worried about, it's the alcohol, isn't it? Hey, when you go, I bet you beat Booney's record when you go on a flight.
What's that, Booney?
Yeah.
Oh, David Boone?
Yes.
Yeah, David likes a drink, or did.
The
I don't know whether he's
record, that's all you're worried about, your free booze that you get on when you go Qantas. Hey, because you're talking about going to... Yeah, this is things that we'll never learn, you know, but you are sitting up there in business class, flying Qantas and getting on the Emirates. Why don't you come clean? You're just talking about self-interest.
Hey, Norman?
Yes?
What do you mean, business class?
Oh, first class, business class, whatever it is, where you can stretch your legs out like you, and you have the little curtain that goes across and keeps all us.
Oh, no, Norman.
And you glitch buggers up the front, you know.
Oh, you don't like money, do you? It's not yours.
No, you're sitting up the front having your alcohol on your Qantas, and then you get over, you change your flight in the Emirates. That's what you're doing. You're talking about self-interest. You know, you're worried about, you're trying to, you know, get a bit of publicity, you know, get out the race card, you know, get some callers in. But all you're worried about is your alcohol. You know, I'm surely for you, John, they'll let you smuggle some alcohol on the flight, you know, and you can have your little pork, they'll let you do it.
Hey, listen, Norman.
What?
I've asked you this before, I think, but I can't remember the answer. Are you getting help?
Oh, look, here we go. Look, listen, they just didn't, Swan just said about the super. Hey,
Yeah.
people over 300,000.
Yeah.
That affects you too, John. Now we know why you've been going on about the super over the last few days, isn't it? Hey, you millionaires, the top 1 or 2% of the people. Hey, you people listening, he is the 1 and 2%. Here's the one that is going to affect. So you watch him come out against it, hey? Because it'll affect you and all your millions. You know what? I wish you turn into like Nathan Tinkler. You know, I hope you have your money in shares or something, and then something goes wrong and you lose all your money. Wouldn't that be fantastic? You'd have to sell
Norman, listen, I can sort of put up with you for a while, but I'll tell you something I really hate, and that is envy. And you're an envious little jerk.
No, when you have to.
That's what you are. You're envious. I mean, I started with absolutely nothing and worked very hard to get what I've got. I didn't even do an intermediate certificate or a school certificate. I left school when I was about 15 and worked very hard to get where I've got. What a pity you aren't doing a bit of work instead of sitting around making a nuisance of yourself on a telephone. You're an aggravating little piece of work.
The violins are going, John. I wish you would have to sell all your cars and all your luxuries, and then you and the princess, you know, down at, you know, Denny's trying to get your clothes out of the second-hand store. Wouldn't that be great? I'd love to see you go out on the poverty line and struggle like the rest of us, instead of you fly. Hey, you've got to go on holiday soon, John. Haven't you been at work for about 8 weeks now, haven't you?
Yeah, I think I go on holidays in May, actually.
No, what, that long? You have to last that long? Oh, which flights are you going there? Where are you going this time, John? You have to ask your handmaidens, where am I going? Or they don't let you on now because you've got little bones, you know, with your broken leg. Hey, go over and fall over in another country and get rotten drunk. Yeah, see, so just come clean when you talk about subjects. When you talk about super, just tell everybody it concerns you. When you talk about your Qantas...
It doesn't concern me.
It does.
It doesn't.
It does. 1 or 2%.
Listen.
He's who you're talking about.
Oh, God.
You.
Listen to me, Norman. You don't know what private arrangements I have as far as money or property is concerned. You have no idea. You're really just a nasty little grub. You must have a horrible life.
No, you're not a multi-millionaire, and you haven't got all millions tied up in super. That's going to affect you.
No, I certainly do not have.
Oh, I bet, yeah, John. Yeah,
anyway, again, let me say, Norman, it's none of your business.
No, you come on the radio, you talk about these subjects, you've got to come clean, especially with, you know, no cash for comment, you know, with your old Qantas things, you know, when you used to go on your flights, your free flights and all that stuff.
How do you know?
When you're talking about Qantas and Emirates and all that, just come clean and say, listen, I'll be going using Qantas and Emirates when I go on my holidays shortly, you know.
I use Qantas whenever I can.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
I
bet you do. And that's why you're talking about it, isn't it?
No,
the alcohol in the Emirates and all that sort of stuff.
No, I'm talking about Qantas because I happen to like Qantas. I happen to like the people who run it. I have a relation who flies an aeroplane with Qantas. I've been associated with Qantas for a very long time. And I, believe it or not, Norman, you little grub, I am loyal to people.
Yeah, and you're talking about, a little while ago you said, the Fiat's a great little car.
It is.
Expensive. Hey, you can afford it, John. You can afford it. I'm sure after all the years doing ads for them, they'll give you a free one. You don't pay for anything. Hey, they'll give you a
listen, listen, Norman, you're getting a bit dangerous now. When you start to say things like, I don't pay for anything, that's ridiculous. Would you like to see the receipt for the Fiat?
Yeah, you've got one. You've got one, John.
Of course I've got one, you idiot.
Everybody out there, he's got a Fiat. When do you get to drive that, John?
Today. I drove it today.
Oh, yeah, so that'll go, so Monday Fiat, Friday the Fiat, Monday the Ferrari, Tuesday the Mercedes-Benz.
I haven't got
hard, isn't it?
I haven't got
a
Ferrari and I haven't got a Mercedes-Benz.
You say the other day, you can only drive one car, but it must be hard to pick which one you're going to drive.
Sometimes it is. I don't deny the fact that I've got more than one motor car. I love motor cars, and as I've said to you, Norman, you really are an unpleasant little man. Although I've been led to believe that you're not really little. Out of interest, what do you look like?
Like I said before, I'm more good-looking than you are.
Well, most people are.
And that doesn't take much, I'm telling you.
No, well, that's what I said. Most people are better looking than I am. I'm no oil painting. I'm the first to admit it.
No oil painting? Yeah, okay. Listen, so when you go into your garage in the morning and you scour over all your cars, how do you pick a car, John? Hey, everybody out there, listen to this. How do you pick a car?
Well, I don't know. It depends. If it's a sunny day, I might take one particular car. If it's a rainy day, I might take another.
Oh, isn't this pathetic? It really is. And you're talking about you're all going on a holiday, in your Emirates and having your alcohol and talking about all the, you talk about the common man and you really are pathetic. You really are.
No, Norman, you've got it wrong, Norman. You're the pathetic one. You are unbelievably pathetic. You're a weak little jerk who's envious of anybody who's made a success of their life because you're incapable of making a success of yours. Now, would you please go away?